Desert Willow Wolves, will you please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, and, of course, your classroom purpose statement. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now please join me in our moment of silence. Thank you. Now please take a moment for your classroom purpose statement. Thank you. You may be seated. Well, good morning, everyone. Today's Wednesday, September the 10th, 2025. And for lunch today, it is our grandparents' lunch. We have chicken Alfredo with roasted broccoli and a chocolate chip cookie. And for breakfast tomorrow, it is an egg and cheese burrito with some tater tots. I have one student celebrating their birthday today. A very special happy birthday today goes out to Analia, who is in Mrs. Bray's class. I hope you have a great birthday. Attendance was at 90% as a school. So exciting that we're right at that 90. And I had one class with 100% attendance. One class. Super shout out goes to Miss Maze's class in first grade for being the only class with 100% attendance. You all get a double punch today. Fundraiser is in full swing. I know that some of you are out there selling quite a bit. We get morning emails, and that's when Miss Sandy announces where, oh, I forgot his name. He goes to Squishmallow. Barry, the bulldog, something. I'm so sorry. I will do better next week. I will know exactly what we are doing next week. So, Miss Sandy is going to announce that this morning, but so far we have raised $4,300, which is awesome. Our goal was that $10,000 of items sold. We don't get all of that. We get a portion of that back. And so far we are at 4,300. So we are almost to that halfway point, so way to go. And we have some teachers who have students registered online. And let me tell you who our top 5 teachers are for that. That's not where the bulldog goes or the Squishmallow. But Mr. Sundust, Miss Dobkamp, Miss Spees, Miss McConnell, and Miss Olson, you are all in the top for having the number of students registered online. So way to go for that. And our sales are picking up. So great job, everyone. Thank you for asking your friends and your family to support us in our PTSO here at Desert Willow. It is super important because they do so many great things for us and help us put on our family nights, which are always so much fun. So thank you. Keep up the great work. It's our grandparents' lunch today, so it is our first special meal of the year. I'm excited about this. So, one of the things that happens is sometimes that means that we allow space for guests and visitors to sit with students at lunch. So your assigned seat might be slightly different. We have all of our adults in the cafeteria who will help you make sure that you find somewhere to sit, but please make sure we're making that space so that if someone has grandparents joining them for lunch today, we're just gonna move out a little bit or adjust where you're sitting in the cafeteria. Miss Dawson will be in and out of that cafeteria helping you as well. Make sure that everyone has a spot to sit so everyone can enjoy their visitors and enjoy this special lunch. Okay, student council information is pushed to next week. Your applications are due on Monday. Get those in. I'm so excited to have a student council this year. We didn't have one last year. And I know there are so many of you out there who will do a wonderful job representing us and being part of our student council. So get those applications in on Monday. And then let's see, elections in the classroom will be done by next Thursday. Okay, so good information. Be part of our student council. Also, it is super important that you are being safe everywhere on campus. One of the areas that we're really struggling with right now is your transition from the cafeteria excuse me, to the playground. I expect that you are walking and that you are being safe as you are traveling out to your recess time. This is not a time to be running. This is not a time to be screaming. There is still learning that is happening in those hallways. Miss Dawson and I are going to be keeping an eye on this transition. And unfortunately, if this is a transition that you're struggling with, such as you're running, you're screaming, then you will practice that during your lunch recess instead of having that free time to go play. I know you can do this. I know you know what the expectations are. So it's time to show the way of the wolf and make the smart, safe choice of going and traveling out to recess nicely. All right, so second grade, way to go. Second grade for getting the golden spatula or being in the top yesterday, 2 days in a row. Second grade, it is a great week for second grade here. So thank you for showing those Way of the Wolf expectations in the cafeteria. All right, there really weren't any good national days for today for me to talk about. And so on Monday, I gave you some interesting facts about whales, how many hearts an octopus has, and the frogs that can freeze. Still fascinated by all that. But today, so I talked to you about animals on Monday. Today, here's some interesting food facts. Think about a jar of peanut butter. So your typical jar of peanut butter. I want you to think for a moment, how many peanuts do you think on average it takes to make one jar of peanut butter? I'm going to give you some think time here. How many peanuts do you think it takes to make one small jar of peanut butter? It takes approximately 540 peanuts to make one 12-ounce jar of peanut butter. That's a lot of peanuts. So thinking about how many jars you normally see on the shelf at a store, there's a lot of peanuts that go into this business of making peanut butter. All right, let me give you one more. I'm going to have you estimate, on average, how many hot dogs do you think Americans eat in a year? Shout out to third grade. I was in there during math yesterday and they had a problem about hot dog buns, learning about multiplication. So here we go. About on average, how many hot dogs do Americans eat every year? I'll give you some think time. It's a lot. Here's my clue. It's a lot. It's over 1 million. I'm going to narrow it down for you. It's even over 5 million, but it's less than 25 million, but it's greater than 10 million. On average, Americans eat about 20 million. 20 million hot dogs each year. That is a ton of hot dogs. That is a lot of hot dogs that Americans eat every year. All right, well, there's some more fun facts on here. I'll come back to you when there's not really a good national day to celebrate and talk about. That is all I have for my announcements here on this Wednesday. This is Mrs. Davies signing off, wishing you the most wonderful Wednesday.